Good morning, everybody. It's Rev.Dave Roach again. It's 2018 now, New Year's Day. Coming back to you with my first sermon of the new year, our first sermonette, if you will, for YouTube. And I wanted to talk to you about this time of year. You hear much about people making New Year's resolutions. And things that people say that they are going to make priorities this year, things that they are going to accomplish in the new year. It's a resolution. They are determined that they are going to make this happen. And you see people, they pick virtually anything. They're going to join a gym, or they're going to go back to school, or they're going to do X, Y, or Z. And some people do it, and some people don't. Or some people do it for, a month or a week or what have you, and then it falls by the wayside. And you don't see them pick it back up again. Well, I had said this year I wasn't going to make any quote-unquote resolutions. What I was going to do is make some New Year's restitutions. Now, I want you to think about that word, brothers and sisters, restitution. Okay? And the word resolution. Well, we just discussed what resolution is. It's the idea, the thought that I'm going to do X, Y, or Z. But restitution is the actual act of doing. It's not even thinking about it. If you make restitution, it means you are paying something back. And as I look back over 2017, all the things that God brought my family through, brought me through, I got a lot that God needs to be repaid back for. And if you're honest with yourself, God does so much for us on a daily basis, we really never could pay Him back for what He has done for us in our lives. He's done a great deal for us. But still and yet, we should have it in our mind as Christians to work toward that goal of making restitution, if you will, the paying it back to God. And so that's what I wanted to focus on this year. Of course, I have little things that, we all promise ourselves that we're going to do better on, and that's well and good. But the restitution, the paying back what is owed, is a beautiful thing. If you look in the book of Exodus, it has some laws for restitution. And of course, these had to do with theft. Said if you steal an ox, you restore 4 oxen, for example. That restoration, that restitution, says you'll make full restitution. So it's not even so much the paying back what is owed, it's the paying back what is owed plus interest, thereby squaring the deal. That would be a wonderful thing for us to do this year. Make full restitution. The Bible says that God will put you in a position to where you are a lender and not a borrower. That's a very good position to be in. Now, I know a lot of us say that, We don't have it like that, and we don't have to give, but you have plenty to give. You have plenty of means to pay back God for the goodness and mercy that He's shown you. There are much more profound ways to pay back or make restitution or to be a lender, if you will, other than money. That is, of course, one way, and it's the most common thing that comes to somebody's mind. But I submit to you that if you're going to lend something, why don't you try lending a hand? You ever heard that old saying? Lend a helping hand. Lend a listening ear. Lend your counsel. Lend any number of things that are worth so much more than money. Lend your time. That's a big one. Your time. Lending of your time. Time is the one thing, brothers and sisters, that we have that we're not getting no more of. It is a finite resource, if you will. In other words, you only given so much of it in a day. How we spend it, and how we occupy it is of a great importance to us. See, whatever we love, or whatever you love, you will by nature lend your time to it. Lend your resources to it. Whatever. Because you care for it. And that is what God does for us. He cares for us so much. He puts a great deal of time on your life. He spends some time formulating your psyche, formulating your personality, formulating the destiny and the path of your life that you will follow, if you will. Excuse me. He does quite a bit of that for us, and we need to do quite a bit of that for Him. Now, God is, He's God. He has all things. All things are in His power. He has no need of your money. He has no need of your substance. He has no need of it. But what He does appreciate is you spending time. And what would make God happy, what would make God, what would make God happy to the point of almost being joyous, would for us to pay Him back or make restitution for the time He spent on us, the time He spent helping, shaping, molding our lives with somebody else. In other words, instead of paying it back, like the old saying say, we're paying it forward, thereby making restitution. And not just this, we had a saying back when I worked inside the penitentiary, this the 2-for-1 deal. If you give me 2 packs of noodles, or give me 1 pack of noodles today, I'll give you 2 packs back on commissary day. That's a 2-for-1 deal. It's them lending you something and you giving them back with interest. Well, that's what we need to do this year, brothers and sisters. I'm determined to do it. That I'm going to give back to God with interest. In other words, I'm going to make full restitution of the time that was spent on me, the grace that was spent on me, the mercy that was spent on my family, on my household. And I'm going to do my level best to extend that with interest to people this year. I'm going to start immediately. I'm going to start immediately. Especially in ministry. I think I've identified a ministry that I can help in one way or another, even if it can't be financially. Now, whatever the thing is for you, however you choose to make restitution, if you so choose to do, which I'm challenging you to do. Do it to the best of your ability. Go over and above just what you think you owe. Get ahead of the game. And just see if God doesn't continue to move and move mightily for you in 2018 if you take that attitude. If we take that attitude, brothers and sisters, I can guarantee you that if you move in that manner for Him, He's going to move in that manner for you. And whether it be today or tomorrow or the next day, at some point in 2018, you're going to need that mercy, and you're going to need that grace, and you're going to need God's time. So why don't we spend the time sowing it, paying Him back? In other words, brothers and sisters, make full restitution. Till the next time, God keep you and bless you. I love you in the Lord, and Happy New Year.